how forgiveness raises your vibration. And so when we are holding a grudge against somebody, what we're doing is we are hanging on to the idea that somehow we can affect this other person's life, this person who's done something wrong to us. When we hold a grudge, we somehow can negatively affect their life. And when we hold this hatred for them, what it's like is that we're swallowing a poison pill, and we've created this cord, like an umbilical cord that's invisible, that attaches to them, and we think that somehow when we swallow this poison, it's going to go through this cord and it's going to actually attack them, poison this person, and make them pay for whatever it is that they did for us. But in reality, it doesn't work like that. The other person might not even know that you have a grudge against them. They might not even know that they did something to hurt you. They have no idea. And even if they do, even if they feel guilty about it, there's nothing that you can do unless you're their boss and you can make their life hell. There's nothing you can really do to affect their life. And so when you actually cut that toxic cord and you let go of them, it is not for them. It is for you. Forgiveness is an inside job. It is for you. And it is forgiving yourself for allowing this other person to do whatever they did to you, for treating you however they treated you. When you forgive yourself, you let yourself off the hook. You spit out that poison, and you are no longer poisoning yourself, because that's what anger does to your body. It's a poison. And it causes many, many health problems when you hold that anger and resentment inside of you. When you're holding that grudge, all those negative emotions that you hold towards those other people, they are affecting your health, your body. It's not affecting the other person. And so when you hold that grudge, you are poisoning your own self. And so when you forgive, that forgiveness is for you. It lets you go. You cut that toxic cord between you and the other person, and then you can get on with your life and live a positive life. If you're holding that grudge and you're in a negative mood, you're going to find somebody who matches that energy, and you'll get another person who's going to treat you exactly the same way, actually even worse, because you haven't learned your lesson yet. And your life is just going to be living hell if you choose to hold that grudge. And it doesn't mean that once you forgive that they're off the hook. Karma is going to deal with them the way that karma deals with everybody. Cause and effect is at work and at play for everybody else. The law of attraction, they will have their negative manifesting, all that stuff that's going on. They will suffer for whatever it is that they're done, the way the universe deals with that kind of stuff. There's nothing you can do to stop that from happening. And so once you forgive and you let that go, then you let yourself go. You let yourself off of the hook. You are the one who raises your vibration when you let go. Because when you let go of that stuff, when you resolve the emotional traumas that are behind that grudge, behind that rage, behind that hate, when you resolve that, then allows you to love yourself. Now, all your relationships outside of yourself, if you're holding a grudge against somebody, all your relationships are a reflection of the relationship you have with the part of you that represents that person. And so by hating other people, you are hating parts of you, which means you're not loving those parts of you. And when you're not loving those parts of you, that's when you feel bad. When you love and accept those parts of you, then you feel good. That's when you feel love. It actually has nothing to do with other people. Love is not something that other people can do to you or for you. Only you can activate the love inside of you. And sometimes, meeting another person, you can allow yourself to feel that love. They give you that excuse and you think it's them, but really you're looking at a mirror image of you and loving those parts of you. And that's why love happens that way. And so when you're holding a grudge, you're also holding a grudge against that part of you that is just like them. And quite often what happens is the parts of other people that bother you the most, that's your shadow. We all have the same parts. And if it really bothers you that much, then inside of you, you've got some kind of unresolved trauma that needs to be dealt with. And once you deal with that trauma, then that behavior that you've been looking at that you hate so much from other people they'll quit doing that to you just because you resolved it within you. That's because most people are reacting to your energy. They have no control. Most people haven't done the inner work. So 99% of the people out there, probably 99.5% of the people out there, have no idea, no control over their own emotional state. And so they are affected by your energy and they react to it. And when they react in a negative way, that means that you're presenting negative energy to them, and they're reacting to that negative energy in kind and sending it back to you. When you go out there with positive energy and you are like a beacon of positive energy, then you're going to get positive back. So how do you know if you're sending out positive or negative energy? What you get back. If you're getting back negative energy, that means that what you thought was positive is actually negative. And so you have to adjust your frequency until you find that which is bringing what you want, right? Your results are your feedback of how you're doing with it. And so once you resolve all that trauma, all the unprocessed emotions that are behind this grudge that you're holding, once you forgive, then you release yourself. You release yourself from the anger, the hatred, those negative emotions that you've been hanging on to for this other person. You get rid of them just as if you're spitting out that poison pill. And then, if you got any health issues, then you can work on resolving them. Because when you are in a negative state, then your body is in fight or flight and it's not able to heal itself. So once you accept and you forgive and you let go, then you'll be able to get back into your healing mode and heal your body. But not until you forgive. And once you forgive, that is the most empowering place you can be. When you hold a grudge, you're actually giving your power to those other people. You're allowing them to control your emotional state. So you're saying, here's the keys to my life and my results. You take them. You run my life for me because I hate you. And I'm going to hold this grudge forever and ever and ever. And every time I have some kind of indication, somebody says your name or I just think of you, then I'm going to enter into this negative mode. And then that's going to ruin everything about what you're doing in your life, your next relationship. It'll ruin that relationship. So when you hold a grudge, it's not good. It only affects you in a negative way. And once you let it go, then you give yourself the freedom. You take back your power. You reach out and you grab your keys and you take them back from that other person. You say, I'm going to run my life now. You're not going to run my life anymore. I forgive you. I release you. I cut the toxic cord between me and you. You get on with your life. The universe will deal with you as it sees fit. And I'll be in a mood or a state where the universe will decide what to bring me based on that mood. And I'll be in a positive vibration from now on. And so I'll do the positive manifesting now. I'm going to let go of the shitty end of the stick. I'll let it go and start taking the good end of the stick and start creating the kind of life that I want. I'm going to start creating good results for me. I'm going to find love in my life. And I'm going to find the love inside of me. And then I'm going to radiate that love into the world. And I'm going to attract more love to me. Because that's what happens when you forgive and you let go of that other stuff. Then you allow yourself to see the real you. And you allow yourself to step into your power, into your love. And when you do that, then you are the person who's in control. You have the keys. You can create the life that you want. You can start creating the results that you want when you forgive. So it's time to forgive. And hypnosis is a great way to do that. I have a process that I do. It includes an emotional detox, and that clears out all the negative emotions and everything that are in the way of preventing you of letting this go. And then we do the forgiveness, and then we start to process some grief from there. And after that's done, then everything that's been hiding your light, everything that's been hiding the love that's within you, from you, everything that prevents you from seeing that you're a lovable being, that you are a being of love and light, that's all gone. And we take you into your light. Your subconscious takes you into your light so you can feel what your love feels like, because all love is self-love. It's inside of you. And if you want to know more about that, you can go to my website at jeffbroomfield.com. And I have a free strategy session there. Just hit the Get Started button and you can pick your own date and time. And we'll have a chat about how hypnosis can help you start getting the results that you want. Thanks for tuning in and have a good one.